Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rolls and Rockets. It is episode 2 of Planescape Torment. The last episode we finished talking to our buddy Doll here, and now we're going to explore the mortuary even farther. Woo! This walking corpse has the numbers 1094 carved into its forehead. Its mouth has been sewn tightly shut, and the chemical reek of fresh formaldehyde hangs in an overpowering cloud around it. Despite the pallid, sunken features and lifeless, milky eyes, it is clear this was once a handsome young man. It was great talking to you, farewell. Very insightful. This female corpse is making the rounds from slab to slab in the room. Her hair is knotted into a long braid and looped around her neck like a noose. Someone has stenciled the number 1096 into her forehead, and her lips have been stitched closed. Nice braid. The corpse does not respond. You doubt it even knows you're there. Farewell, then. The smell of formaldehyde emanating from this corpse is particularly strong. It smells like it was applied recently, and with good reason. This corpse appears to be in an advanced stage of decay. Her jaw is missing, some of the flesh is slid off her skull, revealing the number 1072 chiseled above. I think this one's seen better days. The corpse does not respond to your voice. The fact it has no jaw may have something to do with that. Either that, or it's if there's nothing to say. Number 1201 has been inked on the forehead of this corpse, and the ink has run down its eyes, cheeks, and jaw. As you follow the ink tears down the corpse's face, you notice it's run into the stitching sealing the corpse's lips, and is caught on what looks like the corner of a note stuck in the corpse's mouth. Try and pull the note out. The note has mingled with the ichor in the zombie's mouth. If you tried to pull the paper out through the cross stitches, it would tear the paper to shreds. Hacking up the corpse to get at it looks like it will destroy the note. You'll need to find a delicate way to remove the stitches before removing the note. Use the scalpel to cut these stitches. 250 XP for cutting stitches? I'm cool with that. You deftly slice through the stitches, sealing the corpse's mouth, and the jaw sags open. You carefully pull the note from the corpse's mouth. Despite the condition of the paper, the writing on it still appears legible. Examine the corpse again. The number 1201 has been inked on the forehead of this corpse, and the ink has run down across its eyes, cheeks, and jaw, making it look as if it is crying. Jaw's hanging open, Sorry about slicing the stitches, I just had to see what was in your mouth. Stares at me vacantly. Okay, that's fine. Note from corpse 1201. This is a foul-smelling note retrieved from the mouth of one of the mortuary zombies. It looks like it was sewn into the corpse's mouth by accident. Despite its condition, the writing is legible. Please, to whatever dustman reads this, I beg of you. I know of my legal obligation under the terms of the dead contract, but I am prepared to offer more than my signing fee if you will cremate my body rather than raising it. I have arranged for this note to be placed with my body upon my death. If you are reading this, then please use this note as instructed and accept the result in exchange for my contracted duty. Let my contract number serve as the key. It looks like the corpse was too late to prevent the raising, but you notice that beneath the writing is a diagram. It looks like directions for folding the parchment into a strange pattern. Huh. Use. This foul-smelling note has a strange-looking diagram inscribed beneath the writing. It looks as if it's instructing you to fold the corners of the note so their points touch the center. There is a series of strange marks on each corner. One mark on the upper right, 2 marks on the lower Right. 3 marks on the lower left and no marks on the upper left. A puzzle. I am not very good at puzzles. Yes. No, I do not. I feel like I've never successfully done this. Leave the note alone. Beneath the writing is a diagram. It looks like directions for folding the package. Directions. Upper right into the center. Lower right into the center. Lower left into the center. Upper left into the center. The fold on the center again. Okay. Upper left. Upper right. Upper left. Upper right. Left. Right. Left. Left. Right. Yeah. Left. Right. Right. Left. 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 Right. 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 Left. Left. As you fold the upper right corner back to the center, the lower left corner mirrors the action until all the corners touch in the center. You watch for a moment, and the corners of the paper raise up, turning the note into a small four-sided paper pyramid. Okay. I'm not great with visualization. Things like that might be easier, like visualizing like it holding like a or something like that. I'm not sure, but I did it. For the sides of the pyramid, 250 XP. You peel back the sides of the pyramid, and the paper disintegrates to dust. The side is a small triangle-shaped earring. It catches the light and glows brightly. Take the triangle earring. Interesting, yes. Really interesting. You received this small earring from folding a note in the mouth of one of the walking corpses in the mortuary. It's a beautiful earring, but despite its beauty, all it seems to do is remind you how strange this world you've woken up in is. Identify. Can't do it. Can you? No. Right. Cool, we got a thing. We got XP. XP is good. Also, quick saving is good. I think I already looted this room. Yes. Yes. Alright. Zombie, thank you for helping me. You've been a very helpful zombie. This female corpse is making the rounds from slab to slab in the room. Hair's nodded. I already talked to you. This corpse is shuffling from slab to slab, bandaging the corpse's lying there. The number 396 is carved into his left temple, and his lips are stitched closed. You notice the corpse is carrying a roll of bandages. The bandages look useful. Mind if I'm part of those bandages? The corpse continues to stare at you. Try and take the bandages from the zombie. You snake your hand out and take the roll of bandages from the corpse's hand. The corpse doesn't even seem to notice. It continues going through the motions of bandaging the bodies. Nice. Some powerful magic they're powering the zombies. They continue to do the motions without actually having the bandages. Powerful necromancy. Now, it'll probably cost like 6 coppers from, some cheap-ass necromancer from some dark alley in the city. Anyways, I could just sit here and talk to Morte for a while, but I think we had enough of that in the last episode. Although there is quite a bit of stuff you can talk about with your companions. Zombie worker. This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. This corpse looks like it is serving as a librarian, or it is carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Examine the books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with the feeling that someone tucked it there to hide it. Take the page. The page doesn't look like it belongs with the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. Read through it. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought to the mortuary and locked in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Alright, take the page and leave. This ragged page looks like it was cut neatly out of a book. It is written in a tight, crabbed script. So, looks like dates and times and causes of death on this page here. And Farod. Farod is the guy I'm looking for, so I need to find maybe where he's getting the bodies from. Someone I might know where he's getting the bodies from, or something like that, or maybe talk to someone that gets the bodies. Maybe they'll know where he is. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, as with the previous entries, these shells Farod has brought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked that Initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 is one of Farod's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. 16542, fifth night, tiefling male. Death slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot, wool claws. Collector Farod, 3 comments paid, no possessions, stripped, knife marks evident from dissection. Okay, so that's a pretty good lead on our way to finding Farod, I'd say. More shelves. Oh, wait. I need to wear my glasses. Almost didn't see the item, like right there in front of me. My old glasses just cause, like, the bridge of my nose to get all messed up. Need to get new ones. Alright. Before I talk to Ivan A, I'm going to chat up these zombies. The eyes of this corpse are set close together, and the eyeballs themselves are slightly askew. One faces to the left and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into his bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Don't you get dizzy with your eyeballs facing like that? There is no flicker of understanding in the corpse's eyes. They stare silently off to the left and right. Leave the corpse in peace. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between 2 slabs. The number 506 has been stitched on its forehead and the side of its neck, and its right arm. In fact, the skin of this peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches that skin looks like a bizarre street map. Examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms across its chest, up its neck, and into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread stitching up the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. Cut the stitches with your scalpel, then pull out the needle and thread. You slice the thread neatly with the scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk white skull, where to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Huh. Seems like you got 2 different designations there, corpse. The corpse stares straight ahead, oblivious. Leave the corpse in peace. This corpse, 985, is stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks as if some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. The corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Give the corpse a push. Chief, you might not walk. There is a crack from the corpse's left leg, and the body falls like a dead tree. Its torso strikes the stone flagstones and shatters like a rotten melon, filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse, and even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the leg falls over with a wet thump. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It is snapped from the torso during the fall, and it doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that had spread through the rest of the body. I wonder if I can make use of that arm. Left arm, number 985. Alright, I got an arm. This arm snapped clean off of corpse number 985 when it accidentally toppled. As much as the corpse's knee was rotted clean through, it looks like the combination of thick applications of embalming fluid and rigor mortis has made this arm almost as hard as wood. If you need to, you could either use it to shake someone's hand from a distance or use it to bash their skull in. 1 to 6 crushing damage. That's the stuff. Big damage. I'm just gonna use the knife. Just because it's faster, I guess. Although beating people with an arm would be hilarious. Okay. I believe I talked to all the zombies. Save, talk to Ivan. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck makes her appear as if she's starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the chest with a finger. Greetings. The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, you suddenly notice her hands. Her fingers are talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. I said greetings? The woman makes no response. I think the dusty chip might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands?
My journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood in their veins. Usually because some ancestor of theirs shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them addled in the head, and addled looking too. Tap the woman, get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are a rotting yellow with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation, and she frowns. Greetings? She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting, as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. Ew. She clacks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Ivan. Go, go, go. You have been assigned a quest. Quests are displayed in your diary and in the quests portion of your journal. To see all the quests you've been assigned and their status, simply select quests from the journal. I had some questions first.
My journal.
She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you. I think the dusty chit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? Alright. Updated my journal. Journal screen. Find Ferrod. Find missing journal. Fetch embalming fluid. And needle fire. These usually say something different. From what Morte read from the directions tattooed on my back, I need to find someone named Ferrod. I'm not certain where to start looking. Hopefully asking some of the locals in this strange place will allow me to track him down. Useful journals are useful. I like that. Extra information is always appreciated. From what Mort read from the directions tattooed on my back, I was supposed to have a journal with me when I woke up in the mortuary. I better find it. Hopefully, it can help me figure out what's going on. A strange woman with taloned hands and tallow-colored flesh on the second floor mortuary embalming room mistook me for a zombie and asked me to fetch some embalming fluid, a needle, and thread. There may be some around the mortuary. Okay. Already stuff that we know, but it's content. Content nonetheless. Okay, yeah, I already read there. So let's see what lies beyond the portal. Zombie. The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the body. So, seen anything interesting going on? As you address the zombie, it blinks and spreads. What? Why are you disguised as a corpse?
Updated my journal.
The zombie is trying to respond behind stitched lips. He has a peculiar, half-frightened, half-angry expression. Who are you? What do you want? Why? I was looking for you. Looking for me? Why? He squints at you. You got a message for me? Yes, I have a message for you. What message? Why? I have your new orders. He narrows his eyes like he's trying to figure out. What orders? I am here to relieve you. Give me all the information you've gathered, all your possessions, and leave.
Updated my journal.
Oh, dude! Okay. Lots of XP and items. The zombie looks disappointed, but he shrugs and begins to fish deeply into his stained tunic. Been quiet. Dusty's been quiet. Nothing new since last report. After a few moments, he hands you some items, then grunts. Here! Judging by the smell, they must have been hidden so as to avoid turning up if he was searched. We leave. It's shirt wall. Leave? How? The zombie nods. You will go to our first floor. Northwest room. You'll need finger bone, shape of crook. He holds up his index finger and bends it into a crook. When you have key, go to Arch, jump to secret crypt, then can escape from there. Secret escape route. He nods eagerly. You can rest there. Crooked finger bone. Where am I going to find one of those?
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. Most people are somewhere. Looking storage rooms are open for maybe there. Very well, I'll check upstairs for this crooked finger bone, then head to the first floor, to one of the arches in the northwest room. Got it. Okay, that was extremely helpful. So I know a secret way out, and I potentially know where to find the item required to reach said secret exit. Archway, northwest room, first floor, I think he said. You will have to see. Sometimes, well, pretty sure I can just look in the journal. It seemed like it saved a fair amount of details in there, which I appreciate.
Forced it.
Ooh, forced it. Yeah, take that, rude bench, whatever you were. Use my scalpel to bash you open. I'm more gonna imagine my guy just shoving it in, just be like, ah, and then it just happens to open. Looks good. Ancient copper earring closed. This copper earring looks ancient. Oddly enough, there doesn't seem to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved on the inside of the earring, however, which might merit a closer examination. Cute. Looks extremely old, meant to be worn. No hook remains attached to the ears. Section of strange grooves on the inside, however. Examine grooves. The grooves are evenly spaced along the inside of the earring. Upon closer examination, they remind you of small fangs. They are definitely man-made, but you can't figure out what they were intended for. Put the earring away. I am super good at double searching things, just for thoroughness. Of course. It looks like I have the embalming fluid and thread too. Can I open this? No. I will need a key. So I'm just gonna head back over to Ivan A now, and that should be just fine. Okay. Ivan A, I have returned. You see Ivan A. She is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of her talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Watch her, study the motions of her hands.
Updated my journal.
You study the motion of Ivan A's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and suddenly you find your vision swimming blurry until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis making a mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched onto his scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that you may prove useful if you come this way again. Echo, keep these things safe and wait for my return. The memory of your voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and as it is done, the vision fades, until you are watching Ivan's hands make their stitching motions once more. I have regained a memory. Memories can give you additional experience points, skills, and may even lead to you gaining something else of value later on. Fancy! She turns, sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her talon fingers together impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here to Ivan. Go, go, go. Give her the thread and embalming fluid.
Updated my journal.
So much XP! Without missing a beat, Ivan snaps the thread from your hands and flips it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She then takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Wait. Within minutes, she is finished. She clicks her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and chest. It's not that I'm not flattered, but looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need time together, or keep playing zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos in your chest. Who writes on you? Hivers do that. No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs, then pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape. Many scars, no preserves. Wait. Her talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought her, and lightning-like she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It feels barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Let her work.
Updated my journal.
Max HP increased permanently, +1. Yay! The sensation is curiously painless as Ivan begins to stitch up your scars. When she is done, she sniffs you, frowns, and stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with the fluid. And strangely enough, it makes you feel better. Let her work. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Ivan puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, and makes a shooing motion with her hands. Done. Go. Go. Alright. How much more XP until I level? Alright. A little less than 800. Alright. Let's go upstairs. Gotta check out these cabinets. Alright. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining me again here at Rolls and Rockets. I hope that you're starting to get warmed up with the series a little bit, episode 2. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful time. Bye-bye.